Hi! So this week and next week actually, we are working on a song called Home on the Range. I'm sure you've heard it before. This song is actually a duet, meaning that in a normal semester you would be playing your part, which you have, and then next year I'll be playing my part together. So it's always one of the funnest moments of the semester. So what can we do? It's too bad we are missing out on this. But what I'm thinking we'll do is this week you practice on your own and I'll hear your videos and comment. Next week I will post my part in the folder. That way you can play my part, and if it's too confusing to play with the sound coming from your computer, I understand that, but if you want you can play together while playing my part on your computer, or you can just hear it and kind of imagine what it might sound like and just resubmit your Home on the Range again. About what you have to do next week, I'll post a folder and instructions as usual, so don't worry about it. For this week, please learn this song as usual. So I'm going to go over this, but it won't be a very long video because there's nothing really new about it. So there are a few things I want you to ignore for now, okay? Like the instruction here, they want you to play an octave higher than indicated. So octave is the cycle, one cycle of C to C or D to D. Okay, so an octave higher would be, this is your normal middle C, right? You would pretend that this is your middle C, but it's not necessary because we are not playing together. They ask you to do this because normally we'll share a keyboard and I'll be to your left, so I need more space on your left. But yeah, okay, and you can ignore this F sign. That sign means forte. That means they want you to play louder, but on most of electronic keyboards, controlling dynamics, soft and loud of things, it's a little too tricky and potentially not good for your hands, so please ignore that. Now, so big picture first. I hope you're sitting in front of the middle C. Okay, at this point you don't know where to place your hands. Okay, some people thought that you have to place both your thumbs on the middle C, or maybe right hand middle C on the middle C, right hand thumb on the middle C and your left hand pinky on the lower C. Some people might have thought that, but that is not the case. Until you read notes, you don't know where to place your hands. Why? Because your hands are gonna go where your notes need to be played. Okay? Now, so the meter is 3/4. 3/4. So it should sound like 1 2 3, 1 2 3. The only tricky thing about this song is that actually, just like our most recent song, it does not start with the complete measures. It starts on the beat 3 actually. So this is what I wrote here. So what you could do is count one blank measure, like 1 2 3 1 2, then you come in 3, like that. I'll show you. So here's what you do. Like this, sorry. 1 2 3 1 2 3, like that. And remember, you're reading these two lines simultaneously, right? So that means your left hand starts and then your right hand takes over, and your right hand would count how many beats here? It's a half note. Yeah, so your right hand's gonna stay here for 2 beats. 1 2, then your left hand comes in. Okay, so I think you can read your notes by now. And then also one more thing I've noticed from your homework. This is the middle C, right? This is also the middle C, right? So they appear very differently. This one is the middle C on the treble clef. This is the middle C on the bass clef. Visually they look very different, but there's only one single middle C on the keyboard. Okay, so just because you're using your left hand, don't think your middle C is actually to your left of your right hand middle C. There's no such a thing. There's only one single middle C. So it looks like both hands are going to be very close together for this song as well. We've had a few songs like that before. Yeah, so the rhythm is a little bit tricky. I'll count the first part for you in a sec together, but I also want you to remember about the tie. Remember a tie? You don't replay the second time. You add the length of this note and this note and hold throughout. If you replayed this note, remember the tie sign would be useless. So yeah. And then what does the dot do? A dot makes the original 50% longer, right? The original in this case is 2 beats, a half note, 2 beats. So with a dot, this note became 3 beats. This is 2 beats. So just hold them together for 3 plus 2, 5. Okay? Here it's 3 plus 3, so it's not 5, it's 6. So I want you to pay attention to those things. Okay? Now, let's try figuring out the rhythm at the beginning. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Why am I counting so funny here? Why did I go 3 and why didn't I go 3, 4? First of all, each measure has only 3 beats, so there's no such a thing as 4 in this song. Also, these 2 notes, eighth notes might look like this or like this. Yeah, the direction of the stems makes no difference. But anyways, an eighth note will not get a full beat. If a note got a full beat, that would be a quarter note, right? These 2 together needs to fit together in the space of 1, so that's why I counted 3 and. Why 3? Because this whole thing is beat 3 of 3, 4. I think that's all I have to say for now. You see, the reason why you would have a duet and play with me at this point of the semester is to really work on how steady your meter is. Because you have the melody, right? You have the melody. So that means you're leading me. But unless you're steady, your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is steady. I cannot follow you. I cannot play with you. So that's the idea. So it doesn't matter how slow your counting is, but it has to be steady. You cannot go 1, 2, 3 and pause and think about it. And then 1, 2, 3. Or you can't start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when things get harder, go 1. I think you get the idea. Anyway, when 2 people play together, and if you have the melody and if you're leading, you need to be steady. So that's the idea. So I look forward to hearing you play. Thank you so much.